Hello, 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 amazing people. How y'all doing today on this beautiful night? I thought I'd go live and we have a positive show tonight. Um, Basically just saying some great things about Kevin Samuels, people reflecting, you know. Um, let's just put some positivity out there about him. There's a lot of, negative things and there's a lot of hate. And the reason I say he's the GOAT is because you know what? Rest in peace to him, but his name is still ringing bells in these streets. But hello, everyone. We're going to have a good show tonight. Let me see. Hope I hope people aren't in bed already. Hey, hey, son of the Most High, how are you tonight? Okay, let's see if we can go. Hey, DC, I'm amazing. How was your day? Girl, I love to see you. I'm so sorry, but you send no disrespect to your guy. Aw. Hey, J Prophet, hey Edward. I wanted to get some well, first let me start off by kind of saying a little bit, that um I want to call but I disagree. Okay. Um I wanted to say that I seen what Vivica Fox had said. And I'm just looking like, Vivica, if you're still mad about 50 Cent, just say that. Yeah, just say it. If that's what you're still, mad about. Um, it rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, what she said, but his work still stands. Like I said the other day, I feel like a lot of people were listening from a place of hurt and trauma and guilt. It triggered something inside of people, that made them angry because people don't get angry about things that don't have nothing to do with them. Am I right or wrong? People don't well, let me take that back. I'm going to say that, if someone says something and it does not pertain to me, I'm probably not going to worry about it. But if it pertains to me, and I'm probably going to be the only one that knows it pertains to me because the person that's saying it doesn't know me. They don't know my story. You see what I'm saying? So they're not talking directly to me. What they said just resonates with me. So that's why I would feel some type of way. Kristen, am I serious? I'm absolutely serious, Kristen. I'm absolutely serious. I'm absolutely serious. Yes, I am. I'm absolutely serious. Yes, this is coming from a woman that knows how to take accountability. I'm absolutely serious. Yeah, I am. Um, Thank you. Thank you so much. Can't quote scripture and say he's the GOAT. Why not? Why not? You know what? You know what's so crazy about people and bringing up scripture and bringing up God and things like that? People will say, I love God, I serve God, this scripture, that scripture. Are you living by the scripture? Oh, okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. We're so busy as people sitting up and pointing out how someone else ain't living by the Bible. Or are we living by it? Are we living by scripture? Let's just be real. And what's your name? What's your name that just said that I'm a Thumbin Norton? So are you telling me, Norton, that you don't have a past? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that you're perfect. You're telling me that you have never broke any of the commandments. You have never ever sinned or anything. Because it's so crazy how people become saved or people start, walking in their walk with God and then they want to condemn other people. I don't got time for it. I don't got time for it. I'm just saying, hold yourself to that same thing. Now, yep, Cassandra, I said it. He's the GOAT. Even he has passed on and he is still the GOAT. Everybody is talking about him. There's a lot of people hating on him. He's the GOAT. He is. That's how I feel. I feel like that. I feel like that. Just like some of y'all feel like some people are the GOAT to y'all. He's the GOAT to me. It's funny because he was not mainstream. Most whites don't even know who he was. Haha. Kristen, what does that have to do with anything? I'm trying to understand your comment. He wasn't mainstream. Why is everybody on YouTube talking about him? Why is everybody on TikTok talking about him? Instagram, Facebook, like what are you talking about? Why does it matter if white people knew his name or not? But that's the ignorance. Exactly. Who cares what the whites knew? Exactly, Kenyatta. Exactly, Kenyatta. What did that have to do? It's so sick. It's so crazy how by any means black women want to make this man look bad. By any means. But you know what? I really feel like if we want to talk scripture, I really feel like God is exposing the evil. He's exposing the evil. The people that are laughing and celebrating his death. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. He wasn't mainstream. Only black people mostly listen to this foolishness. Okay. Hmm. Okay, Kristen. I didn't agree with everything he said, but the man knew what he was talking about. Most women, especially black women, don't know how to accept men who don't stroke their ego. The truth be heard. Exactly. And Lita, you know what? I'm gonna say this too. I didn't agree with everything you said either, but just because I don't agree with him, I'm gonna hate him. I'm gonna bash him. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, us real women, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm sorry, not doing it. Tamara, see, look at Tamara, so beautiful up here on the screen. Y'all see her? He was for the grown and the healed. Absolutely, Tamara. Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. I love it. I was going to respond to Vivica Fox. And some people know, everybody doesn't know, but I actually met Vivica Fox BET weekend like 2016. And pleasant. Very, very pleasant. Very, very down to earth. When I seen her speak on Kevin Samuels, it kind of shocked me. It shocked me in a way like, wow, that's not who I met. But then I have to think about that Vivica was probably coming from a hurt place. You see what I'm saying? She's probably coming from a place like, oh, okay, his content is talking about me. I'm that kind of woman. You know what I mean? I have to think about things like that. And it's not that I'm like, oh, Vivica Fox said this about Kevin Samuels, I don't like her no more. It's not that type of situation. I disagree with what she said. It wasn't classy or anything. I felt like maybe it was for clout a little bit. And I was going to respond and I said, no, I'm not going to do it, you know. But then Brooklyn said, I agree with Tamara. Hey, Woods, she's broken. I agree. I agree. There's a lot of broken women. And we're not going to, sugarcoat anything. There's a lot of women that did not like Kevin Samuels and what he was talking about. And some of those women are in relationships with black men that aren't happy. Yep. So, like I said, I was gonna respond to her, but I didn't. I fell back from it. You know, um, a lot of the stuff I seen was disheartening. But then I came across a lot of videos where people were honoring him, people were remembering him, and things like that. And then I got an email today, being invited on a mainstream platform to talk about Kevin Samuels, which we'll be filming that next week. I'm excited about it. I get to come to the table and bring a great view of understanding, coming from a black woman, a great view of understanding and how his content, wasn't I wasn't triggered by the content. The content didn't make me mad. It didn't his what he said didn't make me mad to the point where I wanted to hate him or that I wanted him dead or I would celebrate. No, it really didn't make me any of that. My oldest son has shared with me that, he listens to him and I really liked that. My son actually like took it really hard, like when he found out that he passed away. He really took it hard because he was learning a lot on his channel. Like a lot of people were saying they were learning a lot off of, on his channel and things like that. Um, so it's kind of disheartening to see people do that. But who are you without haters? But yeah, I'm excited to be a positive voice at the table for Kevin Same Views. I'm definitely um appreciative of the opportunity. I'm definitely going to represent on a level like no other. I am. And hold on. Kevin Samuels is a broken man. I watched him down a lot of women on his show who had low self esteem and that was looking for advice. You don't do that to people when they're down. Okay, Kimbella. So is Kevin Samuels the first one that downed a lot of women? I'm just asking. Black women down black women. You, Kimbella, we're not gonna sit on here in front tonight. Please don't sit on this platform and act like you've never talked about another woman. Like you've never bashed another woman. But it's like, oh, this black man comes and oh, he's bashing black women. We're gonna say something. Why don't you say something to the black women that bash black women? Why aren't y'all saying nothing about the reality shows that put black women in a bad light? Y'all watch them all day long. Come on, don't come here being fake with me because I'm not for it. I'm gonna call it out. Moving along. They fell out. He never disrespected. He corrected. I agree. I agree with that. But my thing is at the end of the day, like he didn't ask these people to call in. He didn't tell them, oh, call in for advice. They went and they went live with him because they wanted to. They chose to do that. They chose to do it. I think he gave a lot of good points and advice and correction. And then I also have to tell people sometimes it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Who gets it. Who doesn't. Let's be real about it. 74, he addressed the toxic mindset these women were stuck in. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. See, I don't have a problem taking responsibility and accountability. So that's why it didn't bother me. You see what I'm saying? I don't hate black men. So it didn't bother me. I don't be in relationships and acting like I'm always right, so it didn't bother me. I'm not running around here talking about, oh, I want a man that makes six figures and got a nice car and a nice house, and I'm not doing that. It didn't bother me. So he was comparing everyone to Beyonce. Okay, Kimbella. Women sit up and compare themselves to celebrities all the time. Like he's not the like. What are you talking about? Are you okay? Do you need help? I'm just being real. Do you need help? Why are you sitting up here acting like Kevin Samuels is the first person that has done that? Black women have downed other black women because they were a darker shade. What are you talking about? Amongst just black women, there was a battle. Oh, I'm dark skinned. Oh, I'm light skinned. I'm prettier. I'm prettier than a dark skinned black girl. So then it gave darker black girls a complex about themselves because people were praising that light skinned women look better and they're more beautiful because they're a lighter shade. Come on, Kimbella, I got all night. I promise you, I got all night. I carved out 2 hours of my out of my schedule to do this live. I got time. I promise you, I do. Thank you, whoever just gave that $5. Let me say, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Okay, I'm gonna open up the Okay, we are talking about him, Kimbella, but what I'm saying is, why are you making it seem like he's the first person that came and did this? This is what a lot of people are trying to say. Now y'all want to be in an uproar talking about he bashed black women. Black women been being bashed. What are you talking about? By each other and everything. Well, come on. Let's go. Let the games begin. Let them begin. Cause I'm ready for them. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Cause I'm ready. Oh, somebody already called in. Oh, y'all said I'm not waiting. Let's go, Kimbell. I'm waiting for you. I'm ready for you. Okay, Kimbell. I'm waiting for you to call in. Kimbella clearly doesn't hold herself accountable. Clearly, Casey. Clearly. They want to blame things that have been going on in our community for centuries on Kevin Samuels. Really? Mm. I'm waiting for you, Kimbella. Kim mad because she's guilty of some things he talked about. I think a lot of women are guilty about some things he talked about. I spoke to a lot of women this week, that said they learned a lot from Kevin Samuels. They watched him every week, Um, he taught a lot of reality. A lot of reality. The dollar numbers on the screen. Y'all see it? It's on the screen. Call in. Call in. Cause I'm ready. Cause I'm ready. Ready. So y'all can accept Derek Jinx, but when it come to Kevin, y'all got mad. No, you gotta call the number on the screen, Kimbella. It's a number right there on the screen. Mm, but my thing is my thing is that black women are out here supporting a black man that cheated on his wife. That cheated on his wife. Hello, caller.
I am not Kimbella. This is Travis.
Hello.
Hello, I'm not Kimbella. This is Travis. I want to talk for
I'm not Kimbella. This is Travis. Okay.
All right. One second. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. We can hear you.
Okay. I think for me, for a lot of people, we're just sitting back and not understanding how we're not allowed to have an opinion anymore as men.
Okay.
Women literally hated this man for having an opinion. We don't disagree. I mean, we don't agree. I don't agree with everything that the man said, but he made some points.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of women were scarred by those points, but sometimes the truth isn't meant to be nice. Like, you don't hear nice truth.
Right.
So I understand the delivery thing, but it's wicked because, like, yeah, women have been bashed. Men get bashed every single day.
Yeah, sure.
By our own women every day. Like, you can't go down your timeline and not see, every third post,
right,
where some woman is saying something negative. Well, he ain't got it. No dude has all of these things, or it's always negative. So one of the things that I've been saying lately is, I will give women. You are the most unprotected group of people on earth. But that might be because black men are the most disrespected.
Absolutely.
Who's trying to protect someone when you're disrespecting them?
Yeah.
when you're talking to them any kind of way.
Yeah.
When everything you have to say to them is negative. I'm not taking a bullet for you. Why would I do that? Like, why would I
Right.
put myself in front of, like, you don't know how to talk to us no more. You don't talk to us with respect. You tell us, the only thing we hear is you're telling us what we have to do to make you happy, while you're telling us what you're not going to do.
True.
That's not equal love. That's an uneven table. And when you put something on an uneven table, things slide off. Everything will slide off.
And let me tell you something. That's why, as Black men, y'all need to start being with women that understand how to be in relationships with you. You need to start being with women that know how to love a Black man. Period.
Absolutely.
Period. Y'all don't have to settle. Y'all don't have to settle out here.
Women who asked the question that you asked a couple of days ago, and women just went crazy on you for it. When you asked, how do you like to be loved? Why did they go so ham and stupid about that?
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah, she did.
Like, you really don't care. Like, one thing that when we have relationship conversations, it's two things that I really noticed, because now we have enough evidence because everybody's doing these videos.
Right. Absolutely.
Our women never talk about the character of a man. If they listen to things that they love about, or that they want about a man, they never talk about his character. They only talk. They start listening how much money they want him to make.
Yeah.
What he should look like. What he should do for a living. All of those things, but they don't say he should treat me well, which should be at the top of your damn list.
You better preach.
At the end of the day. And the other thing is, we never ever talk about what makes the man happy.
Right. Bingo.
So it's like the expectation is that the man make you happy for free. Like he doesn't deserve anything in return.
And that's not right.
Like, he's miserable if you don't care nothing about making him happy. For instance, I mean, it's like so many women utilize sexual energy to attract a man, and then once they get him, they try to convince him that sex is not important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And demonize us for liking sex or liking what they look like, or like, it's even hard to give a woman a compliment now.
Yeah. She'll call you thirsty.
Right. Like,
they'll call you thirsty.
I mean, this doesn't even necessarily say that I want you. I just think you're pretty.
Right.
So it's real. And people don't understand. It's like an epidemic. It's like it's everywhere now. Like, what used to be, like, everything that used to be like normal is no longer normal anymore.
Sure.
The majority of people that you will come across, you can't even compliment them no more.
Right. Let's go back on the part. Let's go back on the part where you said about, you know, the intimacy part. Those are the most like submissions that I get. Men that are saying that they're with women that just don't feel like being intimate. Not only don't feel like being intimate, they will act like something is like, the whole thing now is women that don't want to be intimate with the men. They're acting like something is like medically wrong with them. I feel like that's the new thing. Like, they act like, oh, I'm sick, I can't. What?
I was on one of your videos where you said that if you're not having sex, like, I was actually one of the callers. You said if you're not having sex with your man, then essentially your roommate. That is the absolute 100% unadulterated truth.
It's a friendship. When you are in intimacy is a part of a relationship. Friendship has no intimacy. So if you look deeper beyond the surface, when you hang with your friends, when you hang with your friends, you're not intimate with your friends. That's a friendship. You are intimate with a woman, you're intimate with a man. If you are with someone and there is no intimacy in that relationship, it's a friendship. Y'all are roommates. We're going to be real.
And the lines are blurred now because so many of those things, sleeping with your friend, is like acceptable now. and then you want to go right back to being a friend, being in a friendship with your friend that you slept with, and then it's never the same. So now those lines are becoming blurred because you're not really supposed to sleep with your friend, because now you're thinking friendship used to be considered the most important thing. It's like what did women used to say? Men come and go, friends are forever. not so much no more. It's not like that no more.
Well,
so it's like once you start blurring the lines of that in your everyday life, now all of a sudden you're sleeping with your friends, and now somebody's going to catch feelings.
Well, at the end of the day, if a woman's not sleeping with her man, who you running to sleep with? No, and I'm just being real, and I'm saying this as a woman, and I'm saying this today, and people can quote me. If I am not being intimate with my man, what do I expect? What do I expect? What do I expect out of him? Let's be real.
Well, it's kind of one of those things of like, love me in spite of me. That's not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to love you because of you. I'm supposed to love you because of what you do, not in spite of what you do. It's like so many people getting into relationships and still doing single stuff and don't understand, oh, well, you met me dressed like this. Okay, well, part of the reason that I've taken steps in these relationships is because I wanted us to move to another level.
Right.
You can't say things like that and then come back and say, you're not paying attention to my growth. You're not growing. You still want to do the same things you did when I met you.
See,
and these are the things that I feel like Kevin Samuels was calling out. He's calling out the attitude, the disrespect, and he's equal opportunity. It's just the only thing is more women call.
Yeah, they kept calling. They kept calling in, and it's like he didn't tell anybody. He didn't go and tell these women, oh, call in. And no, y'all called in because y'all wanted to call in.
And that's retarded. He was just calling random numbers and like a prank call and just destroying people's feelings.
Right, but
no, they knew exactly what they were getting themselves into, and they traded their feelings in for the spotlight of being on camera with Kevin Samuels.
And that's what it was.
How can you care more about their feelings than they cared about their feelings? By even calling.
Right.
I can't understand that. Who are you defending? Because he's talking to that one specific person, and then he might throw some factual stuff out there, and then he puts his opinion, sprinkles it in. We've been watching Jerry Springer for 30 years. They've been doing that to us all forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nobody says anything because I guess it's because it's a white man. He put anybody's story out, make fun of it, crack a joke, or whatever the case may be, and it's all good. But if a man comes out in all seriousness, and when he's acknowledging that there are problems on both sides, he's actually trying to bring us together.
Absolutely.
He's telling all of us, get your shit right because we are stronger together.
Absolutely.
It just is what it is.
All right, Travis, I gotta go. I got like 47 missed calls.
Okay. All right. Well, you enjoy your night.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye. You know what? I something that I found out. Not found out, but kind of like realized that some Black women don't want Black men they can't control. Yeah, they don't like that. They like to be in control of a situation. You see what I'm saying? But it's like when they get that masculine, Black man that knows his worth. You see what I'm saying? Knows what he brings to the table, and isn't going to let you speak to him any kind of way, treat him. Black women don't like those kind of men. They like the ones they can run over. Some of them. So, Hello, caller.
Speak to him any kind of way.
Hello, caller.
Oh, I'm trying to be on her live. This is Kimbella.
Okay, you gotta turn me off, Kimbella.
Hang up. Hello,
caller. However you're listening to me, you have to turn it down.
Wait.
You gotta turn it off.
Oh, like how?
Okay. But yeah, so I think I've seen that like many, many times. Some black women won't go for a man, you know what I mean, that is Kim Bella, can you hear me?
I see that right there.
Kim
So
Bella,
come over in here.
you have to turn me off. You have to get off the video altogether and just talk to me on the phone.
Oh, okay. Let me hang up. Okay, hold on. I'm going to hang the video. I hung it up. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, so yeah, see, I've never been on live and I didn't know what you were saying. I couldn't read the screen. But anyway, let me make it fast because I know you can't have me on here for my time. So basically, what I was trying to say about Kevin Samuels, because I've been watching him for like, I want to say about 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got out of his head was, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he was just bashing women. Now, don't get me wrong, he did get on this dude. That's another story. But what I saw was a lot of broken women. They'll say they was looking for like advice.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just bashing, like, for an example, he'd be like, how you look and all this stuff. She feel like she's an 8. Oh, well, you're not an 8, you're a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you asking for somebody their opinion, you can't just sit there and be like, you're this because they didn't ask you. It's just a lot of stuff that he do. And I don't even know where to begin. I have to go. It's just different videos. Like, and when I was on his live, and then when somebody want to say what they say, he don't never let you get a word in. He cuts you out. He did that to a lot of people. So it's I'm telling you, that's why he didn't like, people are saying like, oh, Kevin Samuels was giving good advice. He was not. Like, another thing I didn't like was that he was saying that I guess they were saying high value men, whatever, saying all men are different. All men are not the same. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a lot of stupid females that will call on the show and say stupid stuff. Now, that I will say.
Okay.
But I feel like when somebody is broken, you don't like put somebody down. If they're really looking for advice, you don't bash somebody with advice. And then when I watched some of his show, his mom went through the same stuff that how he talking about all these women. It's just a lot. I don't want to take up your time because I know you want to get out of college in. It's just a mess.
You're fine. So what did he say?
I'm trying to hurry up and talk. So I'll slow it down and say everything that I want to say. But so that's like the main problem I have with him. I'm not angry with him, but I understand why people are upset because like when you broken, you can't do that. I'm surprised that some of the women did commit suicide. Like, I almost cried for this one female that was on there. And I would have to play the videos because I sent it to my friend so you can see what I'm talking about. So, yeah, so when you saying about, do women do this? Yeah, you have some scandalous females, but we talking about him.
Do you know, Kimberly, do you know my view on this? Because you just kind of gave me an example of what I was thinking. You came on here, you were talking about how he was speaking to the women that called them. You said, oh, he did come at this other guy, but that's another story. Why isn't anybody on social media talking about how Kevin Samuels came at men too? Nobody's talking about that though.
That's going on what I see. So when I was on there for the 2 months, I saw the women, and it was certain women he didn't get at like that. He didn't get at Nicki Minaj like that. She was on there. It was another woman. She wasn't famous. I don't know who she was. She was dressed really nice. He was getting her crazy. But his thing is, I don't know. You can't sit there and say that this is how all men think. They don't. I done talked to men, different nationalities. They're all different. They're not the same. Thank God for that. They all think different. So I felt like it's nothing wrong with keeping it real. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
So we're supposed to sugarcoat it.
And he'll cut you off and start arguing and watch him in his videos and cut you out. I don't even know where to begin with him. And I'm like, you know what? I can't watch this because he's tripping.
But Kimberly, do you know?
I don't watch no more.
Do you know people? But do you know that some women were going on there getting smart with him too? Though, did you ever see that?
You say what?
Did you ever see the women that were going or getting smart with him and disrespecting his platform? Did you ever see that?
I've seen more stupid women. I've seen a lot of stupid women.
There were women that
she should have been on there. They was just being dumb.
Right, but I'm saying no, there was women on there that were being smart to him and being disrespectful to him as well. So
Well, see,
it wasn't a one-way street. Yeah, it wasn't a one-way
but
street at all. And he got on men as well. So you said you seen him getting on a man, right?
but
Okay.
yeah, this was kind of funny. I mean, but I understand.
Uh-huh.
So it was a video where he talked about, he asked the dude, did he have a big dick? So basically, the dude was in. Did you see that video?
I've seen parts
Where
of
the
it,
dude?
not the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to switch the story around, but
Yeah.
I can understand why he said that.
Mm-hmm. But nobody
But
talks about that though, Kimberly. Everybody's talking about Kevin Samuels being known for bashing black women. But I want to ask you a question. So
okay.
I want to ask you, have you ever sat up and talked about another black woman? Like gossip about another black woman with someone else? Have you ever talked about one? Ever in your life?
Yeah, I talked about somebody before when I was like 16 years old. Yes, I have, but I don't just sit up there. I don't just sit up there and just go up to people and say something. And that's when I was younger. If I have something to say, I'm gonna tell a person to their face. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. If you are down and out and you
Mm-hmm.
need help, I'm not gonna bash you. People commit suicide like that. That's not okay. Yeah, I did a lot of
Um,
things when I was young. I'm a grown woman now, so
so,
I don't. I'm gonna pass something to say. I would just tell you to your face.
so as a grown woman, you have
And that's
never
why I
talked
said I
about.
wasn't going to watch him anymore. I'm not mad at him. I just think it's sad because my thing is if you have all this power, why not use it for good? That's how I look at
Um,
it. Like, I need to be a social media or something. It needs to be positive.
okay.
I mean, and just like the other girl, I'm not trying to bring her up. What's her name? She do the dating thing. I don't even like watching her because she just negative, so I stopped watching her. She
Mm-hmm.
had a long weave. Um, I don't watch her because she's too negative. She feel like you got all these kids. Why you have all these kids and ain't nobody gonna want you? I feel like I thought they was calling your show to date somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's
I've
her name,
never
Kendra something.
I've never
But
seen
I just
that
start watching
show.
her.
I don't watch stuff
But
like that.
but that's why people are angry because he really hurt a lot, and that's what people don't understand. He really hurt a lot of women. I don't know if he hurt the men, and maybe that guy who got off the show, maybe his feelings was hurt, but I understand why he said what he said. It was kind of funny, but it was messed up. But it was the
Why
truth.
would someone call
But,
someone and get their
huh?
why would this is my thing, right?
Okay.
If you're watching his show and you feel like he hurts people's feelings, why would you call him for advice? These women, Kimbella,
I'm sorry. He
their
no
feelings
advice. I
wasn't
can't give no
hurt.
advice to him. I understand what you're saying. This is what I want to say. Now, I don't know. I cannot prove it because I don't know. I understand what you're saying. Why would you? He can't give me no advice. I don't even like the way he thinks. He not. That's. I wouldn't even. I don't like the way he thinks. So me and him, he'll hang up on me real fast. But my thing is this. I agree with you. Somebody, why would you call and get advice? But a lot of these women, that I feel this is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact that I think that
Mm-hmm.
call some of them really just didn't know because if you watch his interview where he talks about his mom and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
he's very different than on his live videos on how he really acts with people. You have to watch it to see for yourself. I'm not gonna put words because I be forgetting stuff because there's a lot to watch. But I think some of those women really just didn't know. And you can tell they have low. When you talk, a person can tell if your self esteem is low.
Mm.
You know, just certain things that if he say them, he wouldn't be able to say that to me.
Kimbella,
So
do you realize do you realize that it's 2022, and do you realize that black women have been bashing other black women for a very long time?
yeah, they have. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. A lot they have, and it's sad.
Why are we talking about that
It's a
though?
lot. I mean, the dating thing, all that is just jacked up. I mean, like I said, if you watch that girl show, it's people, it's guys. They don't want you having fake eyelashes. They want you to wear your own hair. And I was just like, why are y'all tripping on somebody's hair? Like, I thought you
You
supposed
know
to,
why they do that
get to
though?
know somebody. Huh?
You know why people do that? Because women will come on social media or wherever and say, they want a man a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want this
Some people,
perfect man.
most people are like that,
They want
and
them.
that's not about itself. That's not how it should go.
Okay, so let me explain this to you, Kimbella. They will say all this stuff. Oh, I want a real man. I want a man that this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you got a wig on, and you got makeup on. But you want a man to come real, and you want him to have this and have that. Well, what if men start saying, I want a woman that wears her own hair. I want a woman that don't wear no makeup. What's some of these women?
This is how I look at it. To each his own. I mean, because I don't have no problem, so I'm not worried about it. Will I wear my own hair outside? Fuck no, I'm not. Don't care.
Oh,
I'll take it off in the house. I'm just keeping it 100.
okay, so
But
that's why
I just
you
feel
were.
like this person should just meet somebody and get to know a person.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't worry about their hair. I mean, you want somebody to fix their stuff. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody can't wear their own hair and have that makeup off. I'm just keep it real. No, no. Then people gonna be complaining. No, everybody is not blessed like that.
Okay, so
So,
why is it okay? What I'm saying is, okay, so are you triggered about the whole wig and weave thing because you wear wigs and
oh, I
weave?
don't care. I don't have dudes get at me like that. I mean, I wouldn't even attract those type of dudes. It just teaches me that the way these people think is crazy. I didn't know people were thinking like that.
Yeah,
That's on them. They're the
people
ones that's gonna be by themselves. So
people
that's
do
what they want. Then that's on them.
people do
So
though,
that's
Kim
I feel like
Bella.
if you're looking for somebody, that's not what you should be looking for.
And you know what? And you know what? I feel I understand exactly what you're saying and I agree. So that's why when I come on my platform and I talk and I tell women at the end of the day, stop looking for a man with money. Stop looking for a man that has a nice car and a nice house. And why not get to know a man for who he is, his heart, his mind, his spirit. We're not gonna sit up here in front and fraud like these girls on social media ain't talking about they looking for a
We
man with
do
the
because these
bag.
people are doing real talk. When I was sick, I'm a little bit big now. I don't mean I still have somebody. All that stuff, when I was young, 16, 17, I wanted this, the drug dealers and all that. I was 16, 17. I'm older now. My whole thinking is different.
Okay.
So my thing is that this is just how I feel. People feel how they want to feel. I feel like people, like you said, you used to get to know somebody. I understand you don't want somebody food. I didn't deal with somebody broke. And that's the whole story. We probably ain't got all day to talk about that. So I didn't have my little experiences. So I can understand they just, at least have somebody where they doing something for themselves. So I understand you don't want somebody just broke and they're not doing nothing. I had a bad experience. I tried it. It didn't work. So, but for the most part, at the end of the day, you can meet somebody that have all this money. That does not mean that you guys are going to be compatible.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't think you should seek people on those terms anyway. Because the way I think and
No,
I feel, if you run into, somebody and y'all compatible, we can get the car together. We can get the house together.
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? We could build an empire together. But it's not like
Exactly.
that when it comes to some black women, and we know that and we see it. So my thing is, why sit up here and act like whatever was going on, Kevin Samuels was the first to do it?
Well, I never said he was the first to do it. We just on the topic of Cameron Samuels, and I happen to be watching him for the past couple of months. So that's why I'm acting like the first to nothing. I
Okay.
know a lot of dudes do a lot of things that bash females, but we are talking about him, and I'm not acting like he's the first. But my thing is, but the difference between him and the other dudes, he's on social media. So he had a lot of followers. So if he would have gave better advice in another way, I think like when you have power like that, you want to use it for good. You don't want to hurt people. Yes, you want to keep it real because people need to have the truth. But he would like how you let me talk. He won't let you talk. If he do not agree with you, he's not going to let you talk. Watch some of them videos. He will not let you talk.
I
He
got
cuts
you.
you off, ma'am. And wait a minute, he'll be like, "What is your dress size?" So if you like my size, and I say, "Accept, ma'am, what is your dress size?" He don't agree with it, even if you say that doesn't make sense. The stuff that he do, you have to really watch him to understand what I'm saying because there's so much. I was like, no wonder why everybody hate him, and I was watching his live, and I'm like, why is he doing that? So I can't watch him because I'm in the process of getting my stuff together, and I can't just watch a lot of negative stuff.
But to be honest with you, Kimbella, maybe it just wasn't for you. It doesn't make him. It doesn't make his platform negative. It doesn't make him negative. Maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. Let me teach you something, Kimbella. Right? I see people post stuff on social media all the time. Okay, and do you know
Mm.
some things I can learn stuff from them, and some I can't. I watch people all the time, and I learn a lot from them. Every message
Yeah.
they give Kimbella is not going to be for me. I feel like that's what's wrong for real in our culture. We are looking for people to agree with them 100% of the time. That's never going to be it.
Well, no, you can't agree with a person 100% all the time. That's not what I'm saying. My thing is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Just like if you, well, I don't know if I can say that on your thing, so I ain't gonna say it like that. Just like if you would ask somebody, do you give Becky? If you know what that means, I'm trying to be nice with it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it and where you say it. You can ask whatever you want to say, it's how you do things. Like I don't think he really. You just gotta watch the stuff that he do. That's why they angry at him.
I've watched it, Kimbella. But my thing is, at the end of the day, why do people out here want people to hold their hand and not be real? That's the problem. People can give out real advice.
And I can't answer that question. That part I don't know. I don't know. They ask you a question, you be honest, and they still get angry about that. I don't know.
But that's what he was doing. And you're saying it's the way you say things. How can you tell somebody the way to say something? Say it, just tell it like it is.
I do it all day long. I'm very upfront and blunt, and I don't offend people. I know how to talk to people.
You don't think you offend people, Kimbella. You don't think you offend people. You don't know what people feel when they walk away from you. They may feel like, oh, I don't ever want to talk to Kimbella again because of the way she talked to me. And all you were being with them, Kimbella, was real. And they took it a whole different way.
What I'll do is, I'll give you an example for if somebody asks me something and I don't really know them, they'd be like, how does this look? And I'd be like, okay, 1 through 10, I'm going to really just tell you. They'd be like 10. I'm like, oh, that don't look right.
You're going to tell them that don't look right.
In a way, I don't know how to explain it. I would just have to demonstrate. You just do it. Like, I have never had that issue.
So, Kimbella, so my question, are you in a relationship now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you are in a relationship. Okay, you're engaged. Okay, so
I'm surprised about that because, like, I didn't think I was gonna be engaged, like, because I was just like, man, these dudes, the stuff that I've been through in life, that's another story. Marriage wasn't even in my mind.
Okay.
But, it just kind of happened, so I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay.
If it don't work, it don't work.
See, hold up, Kimbella, hold on. Did you just hear what you said?
Go ahead, what did I say?
Now I understand your mindset more, right? You just said I'm engaged. You didn't expect it. What do you say? If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
I mean, that's just life.
No. Why? Okay, so my question to you is,
it's a long story, man. We really don't have time to talk about that. I get what you're saying. Why you would say what you say that, but it's a long story for me to explain. And I really don't know how to shorten that.
Okay.
But it's not what you think. But ask me any question you want to.
I mean, we can do that, another show, but why do you have the mindset if it works, it works, it doesn't, it doesn't? Why is your mindset like that? And you are engaged to somebody. Because when you get engaged, you're talking about marriage. You're talking about a forever. That's what we're talking about, right?
Well, nothing's forever. I mean, nothing's forever.
When we say forever, I mean, you know what I mean.
Okay, well, I'm a little slow, so I mean.
Okay, I got that. I got that.
So I still got a lot that I'm working on anyway.
Okay, are you even sure about this engagement?
And hopefully I want it to work, but I don't know. I can't see the future. I mean, my goal is for it to work, but I don't know. I'm not no mind reader. I don't know. I mean, just like if you get engaged, you get married tomorrow. Your goal is you want it to work, but you don't know. But I'm going into this with a positive attitude.
It doesn't sound like you have a positive attitude. You have an attitude, Kimbella, of if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Oh well.
I understand why you say that.
Work on that.
I understand why you say that. I mean,
work on that because how can you ever?
I have to work on, but see the difference between me and other people, and I'm not comparing myself to other people. I'm working on things. God has worked with me. It's a lot of things that I'm still working on. Okay. So I can't just sit here and act like I have all the answers because I don't. Like I can help other people with their stuff, but then when it comes to mine, I need help. So I'm hoping that it works. I don't know, but it's things that I'm still working on right now myself. Right. But I'm going into it with a positive attitude. I'm not bringing my past in my relationship. I don't do that.
But you are though.
Okay, so explain to me how. So maybe this time I need to work on.
Yeah, because you just had a parent. You said, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know why the doesn't part came in?
That's just how I talk.
No,
Every
do you know?
time I need to change. I mean, help me. I'm
No. Do you know why you said that?
That's just how I talk.
No, that's not how
Like,
you talk. That's not how you talk, Kimbella. That's coming from past relationship experiences. That's why you are saying what you're saying.
I have never even been in a real relationship.
And that's why.
I've
And
never
that's
been
why.
in a
And that's
relationship.
why you said what you said. Because of the
Huh?
ending, that's why you said what you said. You've never really been in a real relationship and they didn't work
Mm-mm.
out. So now you're feeling like, oh, well, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You can't feel like
So
that
what am I
though.
supposed to say there? I mean, because I'm speaking how I feel. So what I'm supposed to
No,
say?
I'm not saying you're supposed to say anything.
Just answer your question.
You're saying how you
I mean,
feel. You're saying
what?
how you feel right now about your fiance and
Huh?
your future.
I don't know how I'm supposed to say this. Like, I'm just being
Kimbella,
honest. Like, it's a lot of things I have to adjust
you're
to.
not
I
getting
mean,
it.
I'm not no sound female.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
Well, make me understand.
I'm
Let
I'm
me listen.
I'm
Try to
trying
listen.
to. I'm trying to tell you that you don't have a positive outlook on, this life that you're supposed to be building with this person.
Really, just by saying that, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't see it that way.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I talk. I'll tell my friend what you said, and we can talk about it, and maybe that's something I can work on. I really didn't say it that way because my attitude is, either it's gonna work or it's not. I mean,
And I
so if
always
it is,
tell
I can
people,
ask her. I don't know.
and I always tell people, I mean, I don't know what kind of friends you have. I always tell people sometimes you can't really talk to your friends about those kind of things because your friends are used to the person that you are. I heard it in what you said, and I'm just like, well, wow,
Oh,
you
she helped my best friend. She helps me with a lot. It's a lot of stuff. She's like, don't do this, don't do that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to work on that. But I be telling her, I was like, but you're not gonna always be here to save me, so I'm gonna be making these kind of mistakes.
when did you start working on it?
When I've been working on myself, I've been working on myself for a long time.
Oh, okay.
And it's almost I'm almost there. I don't know. I guess maybe I got another year. I don't know. I'm going through things where I'm dealing with God right now. I've been through a whole lot, so
Right.
that's why I understand when people say certain things. That's why I say it's too much of a long story, but
Does your fiance
I'm still in
listen
the
to
process
me?
of working on myself.
Does your fiance listen to me?
Huh?
Does he listen to me?
No, he don't. He don't even know. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
No, he won't be on Facebook and stuff like. He don't even know who Kevin Samuels is.
Oh, okay. All right, Kimbella,
Yeah.
it was nice chatting with you. I wish you the
Okay.
best on everything.
Okay. Well, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hi, is this Sharky?
Yes, hi. I'm glad you
Yeah,
said
this
my
is
name
Sharky.
right. Yes.
How are you? Peace, sister.
I'm
Peace and love.
great. I'm great and you.
All right, I'm good. I'm calling you from Bronx and Castle Hill.
Okay,
Castle Hill
Bronx.
in the Bronx, basically. I said that backwards. It's out here in New York.
Okay.
Um, what's the topic tonight? What are y'all talking about?
We
I
were
heard a little
really
bit of the lady that was just on.
Yeah, I really just wanted to talk, some positive things about Kevin Samuels and, let everybody know. We were talking about Vivica Fox a little bit, how she said what she said about Kevin Samuels. We just talk,
Yeah,
we
Kevin.
just talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
Kevin
okay.
Samuels was a good. He was a decent man that, much like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the different elders in our community,
Mm-hmm.
black men that stood up, brought a different perspective
Right.
on the same subject, because you're looking at the object. It could be 10 people looking at the same object, and each person, each one of those 10 people are going to see a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why you have to cross-reference when you get like an eyewitness account, cross-reference. So what we're dealing with, our community right now, we're dealing with
a situation where the ratio is imbalanced, men to women. So if the ratio is imbalanced, then the psychology of the community is going to be unbalanced as well. They knew this was going to happen through their geneticists, their their scientists that go out and try to uncover ancient artifacts, so on and so forth, with the information. So we're basically we're like post dealing with after the heroin, crack, drug epidemic, sexually transmitted diseases epidemic. Now we're dealing with we're in a pandemic, right? So you have a whole lot of things in our community, okay, psychologically weighing in on us.
Right.
Okay. There are not enough of me to go around for you. Literally. Each one of you, like 20 of you, would have to date me to have just me. Okay, it is like a 20 to 1. All right. I am not always 6 foot. I am not always with a 6-pack. Right. And I do not always have 6 figures.
Right.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
I am at a low percentage. So anytime in society, all since the history of this planet, any civilization, every civilization has had some form of currency, right? And the reason why the form of currency is considered value is because not a lot to go around.
Okay. So you're just saying that there's more women than men, basically.
Yes, there is an imbalance. There are more women than men in the community.
So women have to, like a man should have like a few women. Is that what you're saying?
Well, all right, I'm going to just lay it bare bones. And then I guess it's going to spark questions and thought processes. The Nubian woman, or the Black woman, for lack of people identify as Black, African American, Nubian, whatever you want to call yourself, have had a connection with the planet since you've been here. You're the mother of nature. Your connection with nature is lost. You're out of connection with nature. So therefore, you're disconnected. You're totally disconnected.
But you're not answering my question.
I'm sorry, I'm about to do it. I'm long-winded. I'm going to try to hurry up. I'm sorry. Basically, it's a thing called natural selection. Scientifically, it's natural selection. So those that will procreate will procreate. Those that will not procreate will not procreate. Today's society deems relationships as companionship. Purpose of a relationship is to procreate. If you're not procreating, then you're not living according to nature. You're against nature. If you're not going with the flow of water, if you're not going with the current of the water, you're going against the current. Correct? I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know if it's making sense to anyone else. So therefore,
hold on, sir.
All of the back and forth that we're conducting talking about Kevin Samuels and what Kevin Samuels was saying, and Black manosphere and Black women on social media, and they're being disgruntled and all that. It's hurt feelings because there's no procreation happening. Now, you can look at it and say, well, people are still having intercourse and producing babies, right? But that's going to soon stop.
Sir.
That's going to soon stop. It's going to slow down.
I asked you a question. I'm
sorry.
I said, are you saying that there should be a man should have a few women?
That is an impossibility. Because the women at large have bad and terrible, dare I say, horrible personalities.
Sir, that's not what you said earlier.
What did I say earlier?
Sir, I don't even want to go back.
All right, I'm sorry.
But no, thank you. No, thank you for calling in. I have 200 missed calls now. I appreciate you calling in. You have a good night, okay?
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you. What is going on? Hello, caller.
Hello, how are you tonight?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I am doing well. I'm glad I was able to get.
I know. It's a crazy night.
Yes, it is. So, I love what you're doing first and foremost, because enough Black women, we definitely need to come out here and support our men, uncles, fathers, sons, and everything. And it's actually been very discouraging to see Black women celebrate Kevin Samuels' death. If you don't like him, then you shouldn't have anything to say at all. Right. It shouldn't be that I'm going to celebrate his death. That doesn't make any sense. And for them to say that, he's so disrespectful to Black women, no one is considering his daughter, his mother, or any other Black women that's in his family. So if he was so bad, they're not any better than him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really hurtful to see that this is where we are as a society, to where it's like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything at all. But to celebrate and to say you want to have a party and this, that, and the third, I think that it's really uncalled for.
I agree. I agree with you. I actually, the other day, I was in on a conversation where a woman was on social media, and there was a whole post about it. I was trying to get the post, but I never got the screenshot. But she was laughing about Kevin Samuels or whatever, and they were saying that her son got killed later that night. And then she was crying about it. Then I seen two people post about it on TikTok.
I'm just trying to let you speak because I don't want to interrupt.
And I'm just like, wow. Go ahead.
So it's so ironic that you said that, because I'm an avid listener of Kevin Samuels. He's helped me. I didn't grow up in the house with a father. I did have male figures. Mm-hmm. However, they're not your biological. They're not your father. So they only could do but so much. So it was actually good to see another Black man just trying to tell you, like, give you advice on being a woman and how you should be more feminine, especially when we're growing up in houses with mothers that have to be masculine in a sense, because she has to do this job in her home.
Right.
So it was really important to see. And then even to check you, to be like, am I respecting a Black man as I should?
Absolutely.
Or how I would want to be respected, So I've just been doing a lot of thinking. And of course, I don't have friends that I have about one friend, but I don't have friends that I can talk about this with, because they all can't stand me. Which sometimes they can't stand me either, because I keep it 100% all the time with them in terms of what their situation is. But when he passed, I was like, you know how many people are celebrating? I guarantee you there's going to be some karma, like Vivica Fox said, that's going to come to these women that are celebrating. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that they're not going to be laughing when it's their own father, when it's their own family.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I see a lot of people like, oh, pray for Gunna. Now, I don't want any Black men to go to jail. I'm not into any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying that he was, having, I guess, drugs in the community, and basically dealing with, like, getting somebody shot at. But no, everyone wants to pray for him. Kevin Samuels wasn't trying to get anybody shot or wasn't selling drugs to the community.
No.
So it's so troubling to see where we are as Black people right now.
Absolutely. You're right. It kind of brings me to this, like how, Cardi has said in one of her interviews that, she used to get men robbed and stuff like that, and nobody canceled her. Like, they actually supported her, and made her who she is today. And that's kind of disheartening, because I bet, them some same women that, support her platform by her music, twerk to her and all that. Like, what if she would have set your son up? You see what I'm saying? People don't think on that type of level. Like they don't think like that. Like, what if that was your son? What if that happened to your son? And it's sad that things like that get overlooked.
I agree with you 100%. And we got to dig a little deeper. The issue is a lot of people that have children are not really thinking about their children.
Yeah.
So right. I even thought about how now the generation says, oh, I'm smoking on King Von, he's dead. We got to think about now, did you get that kind of attitude from your mother or from your father? Because I'm seeing that there are grown people celebrating this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm like, nah, this is not just this generation. This is coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he was saying. But yes, the women not getting canceled. That's like the lady that's Johnny Depp that he had to catch her on camera. Women are not being held accountable. I don't want to call Kim Bella out, but low key, if you was high key, if you was 17, he would have. That's why he was cutting them off, because it's your show and she wouldn't even let you speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm all over the place because it's so frustrating.
You're fine.
It's so frustrating. And like her saying, yes, I do have a positive outlook. That's what he was saying. Kevin Samuels would say, you're not going into this with good faith. She's not.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm going to talk to my friend.
Yeah.
Your friend, you need a therapist, honey. You don't need to talk to your friend, because what if your friend is as negative as you?
Need help. That man is in trouble. Somebody that's a red flag. And I'm not being smart to her. No. But how you sitting up here engaged? If it work, it work. If it don't, that's not the attitude to have.
And Kimbella, if you're listening, we are not bashing you. We are literally expressing that this is what he was doing. He was trying to have women be accountable for your actions. And you need to be held accountable that you don't have a positive mindset on this situation, but yet you're about to involve this man in a relationship with you. That's not fair to him. He thinks that he's engaged to you. He thinks that this is a forever thing. You know what I mean? Like, but you going into it with like a half-ass attitude.
And that's true. Yeah, that's true. And that's real though. That's real. And I was kind of trying to point it out to her, because I caught it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And me being another woman, like, I just want to be able to pour something into you, that's going to be able to help you, moving forward. If you don't have a positive outlook on your relationship or your soon to be marriage, why are you about to do this just to say that you're married? A lot of women do that though, just to say I'm married. They'll just do it, and it's like not on good faith and not good on good intentions. And I don't think that we should do that to men, because us as women, we don't want men doing that to us. You see what I'm saying?
Now, of course, there's a lot of things that we as women do to men that we would never want done to us, ever whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's so like this whole situation. It just makes me feel like we're kind of like doomed. And you wouldn't say just because one person died, but it's like that was the only person that really, really, really came out and like stuck it to you hard. With you even speaking to her, I've seen you having patience and trying to be respectful. But sometimes that's why he had to get a little crazy, because it's like, yo, I need to reel this back. I need to pull this in and focus on what we're doing here. And I might have to get a little stern with you. I might have to talk to you a little crazy.
Right. And I felt that the other night when I did my live, when I first heard the news about him, like it really hurt my heart, because I listened to him. My oldest son listened to him. There's a lot of men that it was like Kevin Samuels was like a mentor. He was a father. He was that brother. He was that cousin. You see what I'm saying? It was like, when he was talking about, getting on men, nobody had nothing to say. Nobody even knew who he was for real. And now he comes to the table and he's, talking about, black women or whatever. And then people are triggered and they're mad. But you notice people are never mad when people sit up and dog black men out. It could be a post with 1,000 comments on it, dogging a black man out, and they won't say nothing. You won't hear one peep about it. You see what I'm saying? He was a lot to some people. Some people, really looked up to him. My son was very hurt. My son was like, Mom, did you hear about Kevin Samuels? Like, this hurts. You see what I'm saying? Because people watch him and they felt like they know him. That's just like when people watch TV shows and they get hooked at certain characters and the character die off and everybody loved that character. All social media is going crazy about that character and that wasn't even real. You see what I'm saying? So people can't sit up here and tell people how to feel or how to mourn this man. They felt the connection to him. They felt like he understood.
And they're acting like he's Hitler.
They are. They are.
Like he was. They are. It's insane to me. I have in so many things. Even in that one call, and I hate to bring it back to her, but it was just an example. Even in that one call, you was able to see, like she was like, "Oh, I thought it was funny that he was talking about the man's dick was small." But then it's not funny, or you can't understand the other side. You know, why is it what's good for the goose is not good for the gander when
and that's how it is.
And we all need help.
And that's how it always is. And like Kimbella, I seen her in the comments. We're not bashing you. You called in and you said the things that you said. You sat up here and said, well, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. That's not the attitude they have when you engage to somebody. That man probably sitting up here looking like, feeling like I love her, I'm in love with her, we're gonna be together forever and things like that. And you sitting up here feeling like, well, we engage. Oh well, if it work, it work. It don't, it don't. That's not the attitude to have. But just that example, we don't even know you, Kimbella. You're right. We don't know you. In the comments, y'all don't know me. That's your opinion. That's what we developed from hearing you speak. That's how you spoke about your own relationship.
We don't need to know you. You spoke. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
That's all you need to know. All we need to know is that you came in, you said something. Yeah. And if any thinking adult, they're going to draw their own conclusions. So I don't even like when people say, oh, don't judge me. I'm not. I'm just observing you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And if you are saying negative things, I'm not going to say, oh, well, you said something negative, but you positive. That doesn't make sense.
Right. Exactly. Just like you came on here, Kimbella, and you had, your opinion about Kevin Samuels. Now we have developed, you have an opinion. You have an opinion about Kevin Samuels because of what you viewed. And people on here and we have an opinion about you, about what you came on here and you said out of your mouth. We didn't say those things. You said that. You said that. I feel like that's very disheartening to even hear somebody feel like that about their engagement or their relationship. And like I said, that man's probably feeling a whole different way.
Exactly. And it's not, I would, if I could give you any advice, Kimbella, because I don't bash Black women. I'm a trainer. I train them. I try to provide them with support, inspiration, motivation, and I only train Black women. So I don't have any negativity for you, and I'm not a negative person. But what I will tell you is, your friends, if you've been working on yourself this entire time, and you still coming into a relationship, a loving relationship, with a negative attitude, you like, oh, it's a long story. If the story is that long and you got to be negative about it, then he's probably not the one that you should be dealing with. But if you are going to deal with him, you should at least be like, yo, you know what? This is what I'm doing, and be headstrong about it. Don't half-ass it, because that's going to appear in your relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I can't, and to be honest with you, Kimbella, I can't even trust your opinion about Kevin Samuels. You ain't even sure about your own life. What you up here talk about? How you gonna watch him and form an opinion about him, and you don't even know what's going on in your own head about your own relationship. But that's why I said the other day, people listen to Kevin Samuels from a hurtful place, with a hurtful mindset. You see what I'm saying? With a toxic mindset. Healed women did not view Kevin Samuels like that.
Yeah, or women that were willing to make changes and know that they were on the verge of growing and needed to grow. They listened to it for what it was. He used to say it all the time. I'm 36. I don't have no kids. But guess what? The reason why I don't is because I played all of this time in my 20s. I'm not going to disagree with that man. He was 100% right.
Yeah.
And if I don't go ahead and get myself together and do those things, I'm going to wind up like my single 57-year-old mother. How can you disagree with that? He was out here he helped women heal relationships with their mothers. Yeah. That is one of the hardest relationships to have is with your Black mother.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially if she is a product of single motherhood, don't have a man, a single father, didn't have a father herself. That's a hard relationship to handle. There's a lot of women out here that have been, this is just like going off the side, but like that have been molested by their mother's boyfriend. How were you supposed to have a relationship with this woman when she took him back?
Right.
You know, like just things like that. And a man really came here and was like, you know, pointed these things out. Women don't even do that. If we hold our female friends accountable for something, 9 times out of 10, we're not even going to be friends no more.
Yeah, you better preach.
So it's like, it's coming to the point where it's almost making you look at women like, nah, y'all are absolutely outside of your minds because who can check you? He used to say it all the time. Who can check you? Your mom, you can't check your mother. She can't check you. You can't check your friends. Y'all can't even check y'all daughters no more. It's like it's completely out of hand at this point. And it's like nobody will say anything about it, but then y'all mad because somebody did. It's too much. We'll be here all day, Fatima. I appreciate you so much.
Make sure you message me so we can definitely talk on the back end.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said message me. Do you watch me on YouTube or Facebook?
I watch you on YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, message me on Instagram so we can link up and talk.
Okay. My name is Tia. I'm gonna just put that in there.
Okay, yeah, put it in there so I know, and I'll message you back when I get off.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for doing this. We need it. We appreciate you. I don't care what they say about you. We women that's out here, we appreciate this because we don't even have enough friends to do this with. And God bless you. And I just wish you all the best.
Thank you, Quinn. God bless you too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. And Kimbella, like with you, like what you really said to her saying you don't know my situation. We only know what you just sat up here and told us. And I'm not being smart. I can't trust you coming on here and saying, you know, things about Kevin Samuels because you are saying it from a hurt place. You are saying it from like a toxic place. Just the way you sat up here. That's why I caught you on that. What you said about your own relationship shows me a lot about you. It shows me a lot about your mindset. When someone's engaged, you're supposed to be happy to be engaged, happy to be planning your wedding. You know what I mean? Things like that. It should be a happy, positive time. If it's not, don't get married. Don't get married. That's my advice. Don't get married. If you're not done working on yourself, don't get married. Don't sit up there and have a man around just to have him around and you are miserable for real deep down inside, or you are not healed deep down inside. Too many people do that just to say that I'm married, or because their friends are married, they want to sit up and be married just to say, no, marriage is not a popularity contest. Marriage is not, oh, I'm married. Marriage is so much more than that. I don't know what part, you know, people don't get. Hello, caller, hold on. Caller, can you hear me?
Oh my goodness, I'm actually on the phone. Oh man, great to see you, African Queen.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. I'm still, yes.
Okay.
It's so sad that what happened to Kev, man. I'm just gonna be honest. Because he was the true brother that spoke facts. And the thing was so sad about it, there was a lot of people on my Facebook page that were saying, the fuck Kev, I'm glad he's dead. I'm like, y'all believe that really petty and pathetic? Because when he spoke the truth about what most of you toxic, worthless mothers do, and then when y'all never want to be held accountable for some of the things y'all did. You know what I mean? He get on brothers too about some of the things they didn't say and done too.
Right.
And I heard a couple of dudes saying, Kevin, you was a nut dude, this and that. Well, how can he be a nut? Just like, if you want to get yourself a sister, brother, you gotta stay, you know, be groomed the hell up. And then like sister gotta be feminine groomed up. That's like on my personal page. They got mad at me because when I put rest in peace Kevin Sings, well, I had so many negative comments from the black sisters here in the States.
I believe it.
Now, with my personal experience, I had a dad with mostly black women in this country. But I noticed that the black women that's not from the state are more catered to the brothers than mostly black sisters here. And I'm like, damn, like that's sick. And then like when the black sisters in the state would say degrade us, like, oh, it's cool, like it ain't nothing, but they don't know their place when they making the white man's money. But yeah, because like, so when they go around making the white man's money, it's like, hey, Mr. Charlie, you're looking good. But soon a black brother come to her and say, greetings to you, black queen. Man, fuck out of here, punk ass nigga.
That's true. That's true. Or call y'all thirsty, you know, all type of stuff. I'm telling you, it's like that's the flex on social media now. Oh, go get you a white man. Then they in a TikTok with a white man and showing money and trips and like, really? So did you get with them for I'm confused. You get with them for money? Let's be real. Let's have a real conversation. That's never gonna be a flex. And then I had a woman come and she was like, oh, Shalakima, you're too beautiful to just limit yourself to black men. Listen, I lost my mind when she said it. I lost my mind when she said that. What do you mean? I was created for a black man. What are you talking about?
Like she lost her mind.
Yeah, like I went off on her. Like what? I was created for a black man, sis. What you talking about? Don't try to come over here and convince me to go date no white man. I will never. I will never date the great-great-grandson of a slave owner. I will not.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
And that's your thing, because it's like when I told myself, like, if I get myself another black sister, it gotta be from the Caribbean or Africa.
Oh, okay.
Because, like I said, with my bad personal experience with the black women out here, it's been bad. I ain't gonna lie to you, but thing is, I just been making wrong choice trying to love the sisters, but all I get is bashed on. Just like they say, oh, yeah, you trying to rep your African culture, you ain't African, then what am I?
They don't even know the history. They don't even know the history behind African culture. So how are they gonna say?
Yeah, it's called, they've been so westernized here in the States by European society. It's just like they never want to claim themselves. That's why Yala Vincent, the sister that's like the therapist, what she said to that toxic mother about what she does to her, said to her son, just like she said, in our culture as black people, like when certain boys get reach a certain age, the black brothers come and get them to teach them how to be men. Because most of these sisters can emotionally manipulate the black young brothers. And then they get mad and call their black sons a traitor when they date a woman that doesn't look like them. But that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? So then when you say, it's like she said, since we don't live in our culture no more, they say what they want to say, do what they want to say. They tell us real good black brothers down that want to love them, then wonder why we never make good husbands and fathers.
What's your name? Your first name?
My African spiritual name. Damn, so I should say it on the YouTube. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. My African spiritual name is Haruka.
Okay, so this is what I want to tell you, because I heard what you said earlier. I think one thing we have to understand as people is, I know we all been through a lot of bad relationships. You know what I mean? We all tried to love people. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't receive it. They didn't want it. They wasn't, receptive to it, whatever. But this is what I want. I want everybody to know tonight, right? That what you have to offer as a person, someone is looking for that. You have given it to the wrong people. You have given it to the wrong people. So it's time for you to give it to the right person. I don't want anybody to cut anything off and be like, you know what, I'm done with relationships, or I'm done with black women, or I'm done with black men. No. The person is looking for you. I promise you. They're praying for you. They're speaking you into existence.
In the name of our ancestors.
So I don't want nobody to give up on their person. It's coming. There was things you had to learn along the way. And then when you meet this person, you're going to be able to appreciate. It's going to be something different. It's going to scare you. I promise you. They're going to speak life into you. They're going to make you feel great. You see what I'm saying? Because there's Black women out here like that. That's 10 toes down. It's Black men out here like that. We got to stop having in our mind that everybody is like who we dated. Everybody is like who we had kids to. That's not true. And when you change your mindset, you'll be able to receive what's for you. You will. I promise you that. You'll be able to receive what's for you.
That's exactly what God is saying. That's why when I used to hear the things he say, I used to be like, just like when Kevin Samuels, like I said, rest in peace to old head, man. Like when I saw his savage moments, I saw one woman that went told Kev, oh, excuse me, I got like about, she said she had about like 6 or 7, 8 baby fathers. And then she tells her, oh, my cookies worth the wait. And then when he said, excuse me, so your cookies ain't worth the wait, because if your cookies was worth the wait, why none of the baby fathers been married? I'm like, damn. I said, yeah, turn on that one.
Yeah.
And some women didn't like that. I saw a couple comments saying, Kevin Samuels, you rude, you ignorant. Why you ain't married? Where's your wife? Where's your, like, you know, you have kids? Because I didn't know the man had kids or not, though. I never knew he was married. But it's the fact how he spoke the facts.
He has one daughter. Yep, he has one daughter.
He has one daughter?
Yep, he got one daughter. They were trying to make him gay and everything. Like, oh, Kevin Samuels is gay. But come on, let's be real. Yeah, but like, nothing's wrong with that.
Right. I said, damn, most of them want a funky too. Cause see, I had that same issue when I was coming up as a child. Like, I've been teased by mostly Black women coming from school. And I ain't gonna lie to you, before I was woke the way I am, as far as with the Black culture. Now I was about 20 years old.
Right.
And I went out the job. I was out Keystone Job Corps to try to receive.
Oh, you in PA?
I hear you.
I said you in PA.
I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
I'm not living in Philly no more.
Okay, I'm down the street. I'm in HBG. HBG, I mean, we're the capital. I don't know why Philly ain't the capital, but we're the capital. But Keystone, yeah, I know Keystone. Job Corps, yeah.
And I was smashed. I ain't gonna lie. I had a little smash relationship with this little Caucasian bird because I was angry at the Black system because the way they used to tease me a lot.
Oh.
And yeah. Okay. And then in 2012, my cousin's baby mother, when I first met them, I used to mess with they cousin before she passed away. I mean, rest in peace to her.
Okay.
And before I met her cousin, when his baby mom, before he had a kid with his baby mom. And I remember when that day I was helping them, me and him was helping them with the packages to move into the apartment that his baby mom was in. And that's how I found out related to the cuz that I know now. Because at one point, I didn't know I was related to him.
Okay.
Well, that day, we was helping them with the packages, and I see how they show their cakey, beautiful locks, just looking beautiful, just melanated. And that's what brought to my attention of being aware of certain things that I know what's facts and what's false. You know what I'm saying? Then I learn more about where we come from as melanated Black people, and I love it every single day.
Awesome.
Because you learn every day.
Absolutely. But I think some of the women I think some of them don't understand our culture on the level that you understand. But it's as simple as just asking you to explain it to them. If you don't know something, but you know what? It's so crazy because someone could sit up and not know something, but instead of asking and wanting to learn, they will disrespect it, or they will bash it, or they will be negative against it. When all you have to say is, "Oh, I don't know much about your culture. Like, what is it? Can you explain it to me?" You see what I'm saying? But then some ain't even on that type time where they want to learn the necessary information. You see what I'm saying? But I'm glad you called in, and thank you. I got so many people trying to get through, and I appreciate you calling in. Thank you. Have a good night.
You're too, Black Goddess. And I thank you every day because you're the Black Goddess that birthed Black Goddess like me.
Thank you so much.
It's so good.
Good night. Jen, I have a Jen in a Jen. Can you call in? Jen, I see you have like a lot to say in the comments. Can you call in? I see somebody said, Jen, we don't know half the pain our Black men go through on a daily basis. They're out here trying to survive for real. I'm going to put the call number up there so Jen can call in. Because, Jen, we don't like people that sit in the comments and say like a whole bunch of stuff. We like people to call in, girl. Call on in and say what you got to say. Hello, caller. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Lamar, how you doing?
Hey, so I'm just calling in about the Kevin situation, and my take on it is, as I hear the women talking, especially the Black women, to me, I just hear a lot of hurt. Like all the callers, even on your show, when they disagree with him, it's a lot of hurt out here. It's a lot of things. I made mistakes, and the mistakes I made probably going to affect me maybe for the rest of my life. And I think that what Kevin was pointing out, if you want a certain level of type of guys.
Right.
And that's the reality. And unfortunate, well, it's women too. And I get it, his standpoint and how he delivered his message. So I'm a guy, so us guys, we kind of talk like that. We talk, keep it 100. But when you're talking to women, you know, you got to be considerate, you know, and just talk to them in love. Most of them. But for me and Kevin, and what he sparked was the conversation. So I think all in all, it's positive, and it's going to turn out great because now, hey, we calling your show talking about it, other shows talking about it. You're getting on a higher platform talking about the disconnect.
Right.
And my little perspective about it is, as a man, I think us Black men going to have to figure out how to get the connection back. I just don't think, I think with all the hurt and everything going on in society and how men's wired and women wired, I don't think they're equipped to recover. I think men have to put the onus on ourselves, in a sense.
Men have to put what on themselves?
The onus, like, I think we got to intentionally try to figure out how to reconnect with Black women. And I think this perspective of talking about it and perspective of Kevin just being honest about it and just telling you the truth rather than a man out here just telling you what you want to hear so we could get what we want. Like, if we're out here playing the field and we say attract a woman, you can't, you know, just, if y'all viewpoints are different, and, you know, by the first, second day, you know, okay, she's just gonna be something I smash and I move on, or this something that could be marriage material. And then that's it for guys. So if you think we smash, it's not right, but what it is like, hey, we'll let you believe what you want to believe. As long as I get what I want, that's fine. And I just think, all in all, we just need to clean it up and move forward. And I think we're doing that just by talking about it. Like the callers come in, women call, talking to you about it. They disagree with you about it. But the simple fact they had a conversation, one thing I still believe about Black people, truth is truth. And people had told me things that were truthful that I need to change, that I got to get better. But at the moment they were telling me, I was like, man, fuck, F you.
You weren't ready to receive.
But when you have that little one-on-one with yourself, you're like, man, that person is right. And I think that was going on now.
You weren't ready to receive what they were saying. I don't feel like it should be just all on men to do the reconnecting. I feel like the reconnecting needs to come from, both sides. I've seen like a lot of Black women sit on social media and be like, oh, I want a Black man. Come to me healed already. I disagree with that in a sense, right? I'm not saying that don't heal. I'm definitely encouraging people to heal. But I don't think as Black men and women we understand our power. You see what I'm saying? You can get with a woman that has been broken, right? But she's not gonna come and break you.
No.
You see what I'm saying? She's broken, but she's not gonna break you. But you can also come in and show her something different when it comes to a Black man. And when you show her something different, that's helping her heal as a woman, just like us women. There's a lot of men that have been hurt in relationships. Us as Black women, we have that same power. We can come in and show y'all something different. We can come in and respect y'all, empower y'all, motivate y'all, inspire y'all, tell y'all about the greatness that we see down on the inside of y'all. You see what I'm saying? We can speak so much greatness into you. We don't have to sit up and be mad at you and sit up here and be like, oh, well, you're this and you're that, and you used to do this and you ain't shit. And we don't have to do that. We can really, a healed Black woman is going to sit down and have a conversation with you about the issue. Because at the end of the day, I might be upset. I might be a little mad. I might be a little disappointed, but I still love you. You are still my man. You see what I'm saying? People take the wrong approach. I think that's a part of the problem.
So in your opinion, how you think it can get solved? And I know different areas, different perspectives of where things could get solved. But for you, what do you see the outlook like? What do you think is going to change our situation?
What I feel like,
everybody know what it. I'm sorry, everybody know what it is. We all know what it is. Like, if you're going to be honest, all these shows, if everybody's going to be really honest about it, everybody know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, then that's a different story. But go ahead.
So, just in my opinion, I feel like what is going to help us is mindset. It's about the mindset. I seen somebody in the comments said, I tried to love a woman that was broken and I got hurt. You can't go and try to love somebody that's hurt, that wants to hurt you. You see what I'm saying? You can go and love someone that's hurt, but they're not looking to hurt you while they heal. There's a difference. It's on social media all the time. Don't hurt me while you're healing. I feel like what's going to get us there, like I said, is mindset. You can't go through a breakup, hold all that inside, and then think you're going to go mess with somebody else. You can't do that. You have to have the mindset of, that person hurt me. That person did me wrong. This person I'm seeing now, you can't have a mindset, oh, they going to hurt me too. Oh, they going to cheat too. Oh, they going to do this. Oh, they want to use me. You didn't even give that person in front of you the opportunity to show you anything. You prejudge them. And that's what a lot of people do. They prejudge the situation. Let that person show you who they are. It's about mindset. Going back to Kimbella said, oh, well, if the marriage work, it work. If it don't, it don't. That's the wrong mindset to have. People have to start praying about mindset. People have to start changing their mindset. People are meeting people and carrying hurt from the last 5 relationships and coming to this person miserable and broken and accusing them of stuff they ain't even did. I feel like if we change our mindsets and understand that everybody is individuals and not make the current person pay for what the past people did, I feel like we would be in good shape.
Got it. And then touch on what you just said. You go in a relationship, one person here, one person not. It could be a good chance that the person who healed could help the person that's not healed heal. You get what I'm saying? Support. And the reason, and from that perspective, that's the reason why I said it's I put on the black man, because who I am and what I believe, I feel that us men are stronger than women when it comes to logic, when it comes to emotion, like keeping that intact.
You say men are stronger?
Logic.
That's what you're saying. You said men are stronger?
So, I think men are more equipped with logic. I think God created us to be more logic thinking people, and I think God created women to be more emotional, feeling, nurturing type.
I feel like that can be true to an extent. Y'all aren't as emotional as we are. Like when we raise kids, we raise kids emotionally. Y'all don't raise kids just emotionally. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't do that. We do. I can be honest. I raised my sons emotionally. Yes, I raised them to be, great men. Did I do that 100%? No, their fathers, poured in there and helped too. There's things that a black man can do for children that a black woman can't. There's things that a black woman can do for kids that a black man can't. That's why we're both needed in the equation. You see what I'm saying?
Agree, and I agree, and that's why I say because because you said that men could handle their emotions better than a woman, we talking about a situation where black male and black female as a whole, we are disconnected from hurt, we're disconnected from pain, we're disconnected from pain relationship, we're disconnected emotionally. Right. So who is more equipped to go in a situation and have their emotion under control while they pull the other out of the situation? Like, who more equipped to do that? Who would you pick to do that? That's why
that's the
angle why I say that. Okay. I put on a black man. I'm coming from that perspective. Like, I think if both of us hurt, like me and you hurt, and one of us gotta get unhurt and help the other. I say put that on me because I think that men are equipped to overcome emotional hurt quicker and better than a woman because how we are made. You kind of understand what I'm saying?
I respect what you're saying, but I don't just feel like it should be solely on on a black man or y'all are more equipped. It just really depends on the people in the relationship, because me as a woman, I could come across a black man that's been bashed, heartbroken, had trauma from his past, and I can come into the situation because remember, my mindset as a woman is to come with peace. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of woman that's coming with negativity. I'm not coming with drama. I'm coming with peace. I'm coming to build up. I'm coming to pour in. I'm coming with encouragement and motivation and inspiration. I'm coming with problem solving. I'm not, if I need to come to you and I need to bash you and put you down and tell you like that you nothing, I don't need to be with you. So I feel like we can do that for each other. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah, but the situation is the bigger situation is that we all agree it's a disconnect. We should be closer together than what we are. We all agree on that.
Right.
The majority of women who I met don't think like you, who is not healed enough to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So we talk, in your opinion, percentage wise, and this is your opinion, how many black women have the mind frame of you?
I wouldn't.
In that regard, what we're talking about.
I wouldn't be able to say in percent. I would be able to say that I've come across very few women that think like me. That I see have healthy relationships with their men that aren't sitting up here bashing them, belittling them, getting mad at them. I surround myself with women that respect black men, that love. It's even women that came Shalakemia. How do I love a black man? I was never taught that. I can respect women like that. So some are learning. They're definitely learning. I have to cut you off because I have to let some more people call in. But I appreciate this dialogue with you. I promise. It was great.
All right, thank you.
It was great. Thank you so much. I want Jen to call in. Jen Smith. That's the kind of mindset they left black women with. Jen, I want you to call in. Hello, caller.
Hey, good evening. This is No One Grinder Real Talk.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
I'm fine. I would say this. I'll make it nice and short.
Okay.
As when I was coming up that the black man needed to be accountable and the women be accountable. And I remember when I used to have talk with my late mother, and she had me look out for things that a woman should respect a man. And the sad thing about, I understand what the brother said. The sad thing about it is that, and I have to say this, us as men, we got to learn to love ourselves, and then we got to, just as a woman want to point out that what the man is doing wrong, we got to point what the woman is doing wrong, and then at the same time, we got to support the women that is willing to say what the woman is doing wrong. And the sad thing about it, it's not enough being told we's women accountable. And I don't mind to be accountable. You just hold me accountable. I don't mind that.
Right.
But I'm saying it just like a Kevin Samuels, right? I did a live about Kevin Samuels. All right. I was never a big Kevin Samuels fan. But at the same time, our life has lost. Our life has lost. And they just go, and even men too, but with women, and they just go and say, I'm glad that he's dead.
And that's sad.
Does that register to us as a people? Does it register that the family had to cope with this?
Yeah. Let me pause you.
Me,
go ahead.
It's not saddened, but I'm angry over this.
Right.
And it's like, come on. I said, really?
Right.
And so the point is that for me as a black man, why I should put my neck out of some of these women that are toxic, who do not want to be better. And then you got these men out here, they still support some toxicity of these women. Why I should stick my neck out for you, black man? Why I should? Instead of see for what it is and just hold them accountable. Our life has lost. And that's all I'm saying, sis. You keep up the fine work. Much blessings to you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Have a good night. Jen, I would love for you to call in. I want to know. I want you to call in. Is Jen Smith? She's still here? Because I don't like people to really like be in the comments and seeing what they, seeing all this fly stuff. Call in. What's the problem? Hopefully this is her. Hello, caller.
Peace. It's Kenyatta. How you doing?
Hey, Kenyatta. How you doing?
I'm good. So I want to talk about the history that the Black family has been a part of in America. Right. So if we go back, because when they say Kevin Samuels was trying to bring us back together, so of course it was going to take more time than he had on his platform, because this has been going on for centuries.
Right.
From since the day of slavery, they've been taking the Black man out of the black homes and putting the Black woman against the Black man. So systematically, we're ruined, and I think the healing process will begin when the Black women who look at Black men in a negative way go back and see when it started and who the culprit of this systematic programming, where it came from and where it began.
Right.
And you'll start to see a change, I believe, because so then you had the equality movement, as far as equal rights, and as far as women and men and things of that nature. I don't think that was ever really the Black woman's platform. That was the white woman's platform that the Black woman took on, because they tried to bring them all in.
They want to be a part of something.
They try to bring us all, bring the Black woman in and make them a part of that platform.
Brainwash
but that was never the Black woman's platform. But what that did is further distance the Black woman away from the Black man.
It did. You're absolutely right. The feminist movement was never ever for Black women. Why would the feminist movement? Let's be real. Why would it be for Black women? They didn't even want Black people to know how to read. They didn't even want Black people to get good jobs. They didn't even want us to vote. Do you really think they made a feminist movement for us? But that's how many Black women out here are so brainwashed. That was never for us.
But I think that's where the healing will start, because in today's the women of today, right? I'm gonna speak personally, because I just got out of a relationship where it was a constant struggle for power. Now my thing is, as a Black man, if I'm in you the correct way, and I'm leading you in a place of greatness and positivity, and we building, and things are going great, and nothing but bright skies ahead, and you're still fighting with me for that control.
Because someone told Black women that control is just this thing, and I don't know what it is about being controlled. I think the most beautiful thing, and this is just my opinion, is being submissive to a Black man. Someone told them that submission is control, and that's not what it is. When you are in a relationship, with a Black man, you don't make decisions by yourself. You see what I'm saying? You make decisions as a unit, because that's what you are. You're a team. Y'all together. I don't know what this power trip is with some Black women. I don't get it. I really don't.
It's out there. So this one, I'm not going to be long-winded, so I'm gonna leave you with. This is my word out to the Black women who felt like Kevin Samuels attacked them and he bashed them. Listen, ladies, y'all have the power to conform and to mold a man into whatever you want them to be. But if you don't know how to tap into it, that's not the Black man's fault. That's your fault. You don't get sugar with shit.
Do you know what unlocks that? Do you know what unlocks that? I don't think Black women know. What unlocks that is being feminine.
Femininity. That is it.
That's it. It's simple. It's simple. That's what unlocks it.
But we got it. They first have to identify that that's their issue in order to get back to that.
Absolutely. And it's sad that many just don't. It's so simple as accountability. I promise you there's nothing wrong. I'll take accountability. You see what I'm saying? When I'm wrong, I apologize. Ain't nothing happened. I ain't catch on fire or nothing, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with being accountable. Ain't nothing wrong with respecting and loving a Black man in a healthy, positive way. I ain't catch on fire yet. I really feel like my skin cleared up. And my edges grew in. And my hair got longer.
Absolutely, sis. So you keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure there's some women that's not going to say they learning from you, but because they're here to hate you too. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that's truth to some person, to someone who identifies as that person that's in the wrong, they're never going to agree with what you're saying. But you keep doing what you're doing, man.
Right.
We love you out here.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too. Peace, sis.
Peace. Jen, I see you in the comments. Why aren't you calling yet? Jen, I want to know your area code that you're calling from, so I can answer only your call. Jen, come on. Let's go. Jen Smith, here go the number. Call in. Don't do that, because it's going to seem fake to me if you continue to say what you got to say in the comments and you don't call in and say what you got to say to me, so we can talk about this. Unless, Jen, you're not confident in the things you're saying in the comments. If you're not confident in the things you're saying in the comments, don't call in. I get it. I promise you, I get it. I'm gonna take some more calls. One thing that I do want to say to my men, watching, I really want y'all to step up to the plate and support more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a meeting, with a few people that are standing on the front line, for Black men, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of us have the same story. A lot of us are not getting like opportunities that we should get to be able to speak, for y'all, for us on bigger platforms. It's because when we go in these rooms, and I'm a witness, when we go in these rooms, they be like, our target audience is women, because men don't support, men don't buy, men don't this, men don't that. I've heard that for a very long time now. Support the people that are supporting you. That's what I want to encourage you to do. We're doing work that's healing. There's so many voices now, for black women, standing on the front line, for Black men. There's a few of us, going to bat. We're really, really, going to bat. I feel like some of us we're voicing things that Black men have been saying for a very long time. And we are making sure that people are listening. Like, Black men have feelings too. Black men need to be respected, things like that. So, I just want to encourage people to that. Jen, are you going to call in? Kim Bella, it's a lot of positive Black men out there, and Trent Shelton is one of them. Kim Bella, what did you come back and say that for? Ain't nobody say that Trent wasn't positive. Now, Kim Bella, stop playing tonight. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. If you do not stop playing games in these comments, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you alone. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause baby, you need professional help. You need professional help. That's what you need. Hey, caller. Hello.
It's Jay.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I was like, hey, how are you?
I'm good. Okay. Calling in.
Okay. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted can we just start a new conversation? Oh,
you what?
I thought we started a new conversation.
You said you wanted to start a new conversation?
No, I'm just calling. I wanted to talk about the situation that we had, and I messaged you about.
You messaged me about a situation?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the situation?
The situation was it was about a new relationship. And talking about internet and social media.
Oh yeah, I told you that she got something to hide. I told you that.
Yeah. And also, I was thinking that first thing I'm doing is sort of hiding some things because she don't want to connect on social media.
Right. And what did I ask you? I asked you, did you know your worth, right? I asked you. I said, do you know your worth, right?
Yeah.
Do you know your worth?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, what do you need confirmation on?
Well, yeah, I don't need confirmation. And, I mean, I just wanted to know, if I was correct.
I mean, I don't see no reason why. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody, what other reason wouldn't they want to be your friend on social media? If you're in a serious relationship, why wouldn't your mate want to be friends with you on social media?
Exactly. And so, we had that answer that, and I'm gonna try to, and because what happened was I did find that there was a conversation that was recorded, and of course I tried to step to that this guy, and she didn't want that.
You tried to step to the guy.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's what men normally do.
That's not. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why our black men are out here going through stuff, fighting each other, killing each other. You wasn't supposed to step to him. You were supposed to have a conversation with her. She's in a relationship with you. He's not in no relationship with you. You don't know what she's telling him when you're not around, or you don't know what she's conversating with him. You should have went to her and had a conversation. Why are you having this conversation with this man? What's going on? You don't step to him. What are you stepping to him for?
Well, I told her, but they didn't get that far. So I did have that conversation with her.
Why was that even a thought? That shouldn't have been your thought process. Your thought process should be your relationship. You dealing with things with her.
Yeah, so
because just think about it. Let's think about it. I'm a person that thinks about the outcome. So just think about it. You would have stepped to him. A man's not going to let you just come and step to him. So there's going to be some drama, and it may even be a fight. And some people ain't just fighting; they bringing guns. So just think about it. You sitting up here and you hold on. You're trying to sit up here and confront another man about your woman. That's not your woman, then, baby. That's not your woman. Because if that was your woman, you wouldn't have to be stepping to another man behind her. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with a man stepping to another man, and your woman is socializing with this man, and she shouldn't be on that type of level. I don't agree with that. That could have ended up bad.
That's true. I thought about the consequences after the fact, but I mean, it was a heated argument at that time, and she said she handled it. But the fact of the matter is that the trust is gone.
Handle what? You weren't supposed to be communicating with another man on that level anyway. If she in a relationship with you, what did you handle? But then at the end of the day, why are you still entertaining it? Ask yourself that. Why are you still entertaining it? Because if a woman is really into you and she loves you and she want to be with you, she's not going to disrespect you by going and talking to another man. She's not going to disrespect you in that manner.
That's true. That's what we deal with. That's why we had to, squash it. And, that's why, I had to let it go.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for calling in and, heal and, move forward. There's someone out there, for you. There's someone out there for you that's not going to put you in situations like that. You see what I'm saying? There's somebody out there that you're going to be able to trust and love them wholeheartedly. But you have to heal from this situation, and then move forward. Okay?
Well, I appreciate you being there and then help me to get to the panel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have a final closing.
Right. I understand. Well, you have a good night and thank you so much for calling in. And I hope things work out for you.
Thank you.
Okay, good night. I'm still waiting for Jen. Come on, Jen. Where you at? She in the comment? Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like that. I've seen too many situations like where, no, men done got into it over a woman, somebody died. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Jen is not calling in. She's white. Oh, she is? Is she? I mean, it don't matter what. Oh, there she go. I try to. No, you didn't, Jen. Call now. Call now. What's your number start with? What's your number start with, Jen? Let me see. I'm looking at my call list right now. What's your number? What's your area code? Stop playing. So much you called and you ain't get through, girl. Oh, thank you, Kenyatta. I know she ain't trying to call. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this is her. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, and you?
I'm glad you picked up.
Okay.
So, you talking about men?
I mean, we were kind of, a little bit all over the place, but the conversation was flowing. We were talking about Kevin Samuels and, the views and his views and opinions and things like that. And we're talking about a lot of stuff tonight.
Okay.
No, it's not Jen.
So, you said some things about men that I believe are very true.
Okay.
I'm always gonna be team woman all day long.
Okay.
I have 2 sons and I got a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest of 8 kids.
Oh,
but
okay.
I watched my mom go through so much,
and
I watched the wisdom she didn't have. But I also watched how the men have had wisdom for years, but we never asked to get the right wisdom from the men that had.
Okay.
We funded it a lot. We always want to give it to the hood and be that OG. But we never wanted to be that man at home because we thought it was weak.
Oh, okay.
We thought it was less value to be a man at home than it was in the streets. So here we are today, 2022, and we got so many men that's 60, 50, 40, broken, damaged. And then you got a lot of younger men, as far as myself, and it's not all of us, but I'm not damaged. I'm healed to a point where I can sit on the phone and be honest. It's not always the woman, it's not. doing her part. It's the man too, and he does got to step up a little bit.
Absolutely. So how can men step up? Because if you just pour into, one or a few, if every man was able to just pour into one and a few, I think that, we can definitely fix the culture.
So the first step with men stepping up is they have to admit where they are wrong at.
Okay.
They have to accept themselves for who they are and what they did not have growing up and heal from that trauma.
Okay.
You have to accept your trauma. All trauma is not bad trauma. Some trauma develops your mind just a little bit more than other trauma, and some trauma takes you through there, but you're still learning through the process of trauma. If you haven't learned anything from your past, it was what? Don't do that again. Don't be with that person again. But we're still attracted to it. So some people like that trauma.
So change your type.
Change your type.
I believe in that. I tell women all the time, like Jen in the comments that won't call in, she's talking about, black men. But at the end of the day, Jen, nobody told you to be with those black men. Nobody tells anybody to be with anybody. How can you be in this world and be mad at a whole race of men or a whole race of women because of the person you chose to be with? That's not fair. All men are not bad, and all black women are not bad. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just not like that.
It's not. We all come from the same DNA.
Okay.
And see, we really have to understand that we was taught to hate each other.
Right. So if we were taught to hate each other, right? And we all here right now. We all should comprehend that we don't have to hate each other.
Yes, you're right. But some of us find that is a sign of weakness and a sign of my vulnerability is the word. A lot of men are scared to be vulnerable. A lot of men feel like me being a good man and loyal is you taking advantage of.
What's your first name?
My Jones. I go by Jones.
Jones. Okay, Jones. Can you really blame a man for not wanting to be vulnerable? Can you really blame him? Let's be honest.
I can't.
Can we really blame him? I mean, when let's have a real conversation. When men were vulnerable, what happened? What happened? They were called softs. Am I right?
You're right.
Called gay. Why would they ever want to be vulnerable again? But my advice here tonight is not. My advice is for men not to be vulnerable. My advice tonight is be with someone you can be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
So many men were vulnerable with the wrong woman. You see what I'm saying? It's women out here like myself you can be vulnerable with. I'm not gonna throw it in your face. I'm not gonna throw it in your face. I'm not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here for that. I'm here to build you up like you building me up. I'm here to tell you you great like you tell me I'm great.
And it's a lot of people in our culture who lack that knowledge and wisdom to build each other up because we're so used to putting each other down in our culture. We're more negative in our culture than positive, and I hate that.
Yeah.
And the women, a lot of things. I love the fact that women strive to be so awesome and great, and they do it with so much grace and finesse that we can learn so much from them and improve who we are individually. That'll keep men at home in a relationship.
Right.
That'll keep fathers at home with their sons. Because your son is going to show you some things that you can learn. Okay, that I know what that looks like. My wife showed me that. My son is showing me that. And it's all emotions at the end of the day. Emotions are emotions with no tag and no title.
Yeah. I understand. Thank you so much for calling in. I need to get Jen on this phone though, but I appreciate you.
Oh, hey, yeah, Jen, please pick up the phone.
Yeah, she need to call on in. Don't know. Go, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you. Good night. I'm not. Don't nobody call in. Don't nobody call in. Jen, you call in. Don't nobody call in. Don't nobody call in. I want Jen to call in. Come on, Jen. Where's she at? Miss, I tried to call in and I couldn't get through. The line is clear. It's totally clear now. There she go. How do you call in? Hello, caller. There she go. How do you call in? How you gonna say how do you call in, Jen? This better be Jen. Hello?
No, this is not. No, this is Dennis from Texas.
Okay, Dennis, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I'm 61.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wanted to be married when I was about 16.
Uh-huh.
And of course, when you get into relationships at a young age, things don't generally work out because you're both young. And as I've grown, and I've met women in their 50s and 60s, still playing those games. Now, I've met a woman that I hope that it will work out. Now, with her, I knew her 40 years ago. We got back together. We all went through our lives and all, and she had some, terrible times just as I had. But she never wanted to commit. She said she liked me and all that, which is nice. It took literally about maybe 7 months for her to really start giving it a try. And so now we're together, and I'm hoping that it will last. But men and women have to understand that because you have a nice job, house, or whatever, that don't make you who you are. And there have been women that say, well, I got my own things. Well, I do too. But I guess what I'm getting at is we both have to sit back and say, okay, I have all these things. Now, what can I incorporate in my life that would make it even better?
Okay.
And I can only talk about women because that's all I dated. You have a nice degree, you have a nice job, or what have you. But we get tired of hearing, well, I make my own money. That's good, you do. But you just can't continue to say, well, I can just take care of myself. Well, you can, but you can't take care of the things that a man was put in your life to handle.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, so I guess that was pretty much it. But we just have to learn how to, just, I guess, accept each other.
Right.
And another thing is, I've met a lot of women that would say, well, I was treated like this, that, and the other. And the first thing I'll tell them is, I did not do that to you, so don't treat me like that. But, of course, they have it in their minds that all men are bad. So I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Okay.
But, yeah, I appreciate you accepting my call.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, then. All right, bye-bye.
All right. Well, since Jen's not calling in, that's cool. I just I've been feeling some type of way ever since the passing of Kevin Samuels. Not only just because I learned some things from his platform, my son too, but not only that, it's disheartening seeing people talk about him badly, even after he passed, and celebrating his death. But you know what? I'm looking all over social media and I'm just like, wow, Kevin, look what you've done. You know, he's been the talk, you know, when he was alive, and you know, may he rest in peace. In his passing, he's still the talk. And that's why I said Kevin Samuels is the GOAT. You know, I seen somebody say no, God is the GOAT. It's so many different goats out here. That's the problem. There's a lot of different goats out here. God's the GOAT too. Kevin Samuels is the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT. You know, it's a lot of goats out here. You know, but you know, he taught some of us a lot. You know, his content is going to be around for a long time. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if they, you know, if he's written into a book, you know, and taught in colleges and seminars and things like that. I would not be surprised. Um, like I said at the beginning, I was going to respond to Vivica, but I didn't respond to her. And then I got an email asking me to they're inviting me to talk about Kevin Samuels on a mainstream platform, um, which we'll film that next week. And I'm definitely going to, you know, represent, you know, to the fullest, you know, when it comes to him. I'm a healed Black woman. You know, I didn't have a problem. I didn't agree with everything, but I didn't have a problem either. I didn't have a problem either. Um, I do want to share one thing. Um, my video about Kevin Samuels was the Black woman's karma. When he passed, I reposted it, and I did have his family reach out to me, which I really just wanted. I really just wanted to cry in that moment, to be honest with you. I wanted to cry. You know, they were like, you know, Shalakemia, thank you. You know, thank you for not being one of the people sitting up here bashing him, and he's gone. Um, that really touched me. I think it really touched me, and I was gonna cry because I'm like, wow, his mom, um, and his cousins and them, they have to sit up here, his daughter, you know, have to sit up here on social media while they are mourning, and they have to sit up here and see all the things that our culture, because they did not agree with his delivery. They didn't agree with his opinion. They didn't agree, you know, with his viewpoint. The evil that they're out here putting out is crazy. I just feel bad that his family had to see that, because if they seen my video, they seen all of the rest of the video. And you know, they also said, you know, just thank you for that positive outlook on him. You know, and it's hurtful to see all these people bashing him and he's gone. You know, sometimes we have to think about things. We really have to think about our actions. You know, there's a mother mourning, there's a family, you know, mourning, there's people mourning, you know, his passing. And I just couldn't imagine mourning while people are celebrating a death of someone I loved. But again, evil people don't think on that level. They don't even care. I really feel like the Almighty is exposing the evil ones. Exposing the evil ones, because celebrating his death for the people that believe in God goes against God's word. But, you know, Christians are, you know, people are still out here doing it. But I love y'all. You know, thank y'all for tuning in with me tonight. We're definitely going to do this again. I definitely enjoyed y'all. You know, we're going to do this again. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. We're definitely going to do this again. You know, y'all know I used to do this. You know, and we always had, you know, a great time, great conversations. You know, great, you know, people, you know, called in, and you know, but we're gonna make this a thing every single week. We're gonna make this a thing. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with me tonight, and y'all have a great night.